Hello YouTube, this is Coleman again, and speaking about my day, hopefully it doesn't get dark out before I'm on my way, well, at least before I get the video done, or before I'm all the way home. Okay, so, one thing I forgot to talk about because of my rant with work, is basically, well, I was at the other, sorry, I got the sore throat. So, the other day, I was at the store with my family, and, there was this lady, okay, so let me put it this way, we were sitting down, and, this lady comes by, and I've seen her in the past. She comes by and basically says to me and my brother, well, okay, first she started by saying to me, what you looking at? But I didn't see her until after she said that. So she went on to say to my brother, who is actually standing, I don't even know if he knew she was there after what she said to me. She was there, saying to him, oh, so, what do you have under, like, she was just being really nasty to him, and she goes and says, basically, to his, to him when he's sitting there, well, no, he was standing, I was sitting there, actually I was sitting on the rocking chair, and she goes to him, so, what do you got, another, you have a pregnant cat, talking about his stomach, and, then she goes, what are you, pregnant, him? And, well, my brother has extra weight because of medication for a disability, and the medication made him gain, I want to say over 100 pounds, so that was really upsetting, and I go to speak to her, and and when I went to go speak to her, because I went to go look for her in the store, but I couldn't find her, so I thought maybe she left. But then I went to go, I've actually found her, and I got an employee to go, well, okay, the employee was actually, didn't go and speak to her, I just mentioned what she did with an employee around, and she comes out and says, oh, what's going on? So I said what you said to my brother, and I told her what she said, because she didn't act like she would know what was going on. Okay, so I told her that, why do I have internet right now? Okay, so I told her that, what you did hurt my brother's feelings, and she turns around, and I said, my brother's upset because of what you said. She turns around and goes to me, oh, well, it's America, freedom of speech. I'm thinking, yeah, there's freedom of speech, but you don't go and hurt someone, you don't go and hurt somebody's feelings and make fun of their weight, especially if you were going and told that they had a medical disability for it. She doesn't know if he has kidney problems, if he has cancer. She doesn't know any reason of what medication he could be on that causes them to be overweight. So, hold on a minute. So, back into speaking to her, my mom was there, and she goes and tells her that was wrong, that you got him really upset. She just shrugs and goes and walks away. So that's something that happened the other day, and she's not the first time she's actually done it. She's done it in the past before. So yeah, that was something I wanted to mention. It's just because people are taking it literally now. Like, they can use anything they can say, like public freedom of speech. Like, so it's not freedom of speech. It supports your opinion. That wasn't her opinion because no one was asking for it. So technically, freedom of speech didn't vary there. But I don't know why she would say it in the first place. There was no reason for it. And for her to come back with freedom of speech, what would be the reason for the freedom of speech in the first point? She was just plain outright mean. Whew. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about is, so I saw a friend of mine back who I went to elementary, I believe elementary, and also to middle school. And, well, she's a boyfriend now, and she has a baby. I think her baby was born in the spring. Anyway, complete ignored me. She completely ignored me. She saw me. I don't know, I don't think her boyfriend likes her talking to other guys. But she completely ignored me. So that's what happened there today with one thing. Another thing today is I got to, like, I'm really good at U-turn. I'm really good at parallel parking, U-turns, 3-point turns, but no, this is totally off track, but gosh, it's hot. One thing I know is from the best to the worst, I'm the best at U-turns, I'm best at parallel parking, then 3-point turn. So that's one of the better things I'm at. And oh yeah, another one I mentioned the engine. I've been looking into breeds of dogs. I am going excuse me, let me get some water. Whew, it's definitely hot out there. Oh, then excuse me. Much better. So, as I was saying, I'm looking into getting a dog, and one of the things that I know I usually get is a pound of dog or a pound puppy, most likely a dog, because you already know the personality and everything like that. And so I was looking into, it was a Corgi and Terrier mix. I think her name was Pepper. Yeah, that was her name. And she was just the cutest thing, but I think I looked more into it, and I realized that she could be a little snippy, and I do not really need that where I live. And I'm looking for another dog that maybe can be more friendly with seniors, like elderly, friendly with children, friendly all around, that also loves to exercise. So I really have my heart on set on a beagle. So I have to see, because there's really no beagles up for adoption unless I get it for a breeder. But most of the breeders aren't even in my area. I mean, there are a few states over, and I don't know, I just really am looking for a good exercise buddy, someone to sit on the couch, someone to hang out with my mother and my brother, someone who could be just socially, like, I don't know, like my pet. Well, my pets are not even my pets, they become my children. But yeah, I'm looking for that. But I knew I didn't really get to speak about that today, because earlier my rants on about work and my experience there, I didn't really get to speak about it. Anyway, I need to get going. I'll make another video in a little bit to talk about the Coleman Report, popular opinion and unpopular opinion on, like, ideas, ideologies, and just all around stuff that's going around that's in more of like a modern news time. And I'd like to get a report back from all of you to see what you think on it. Take care, and this is the Coleman Report, reporting from Coleman.